Hello everyone, it's Shane Kanto again here for the Wasteland Reviewer YouTube channel, and I'm here to review Middle School, The Worst Years of My Life. Now, this film obviously wasn't targeted towards me as its audience, but I am a huge fan of James Patterson, and this was based off of a middle school young adults novel that he wrote with some collaboration. And honestly, I saw some of the reviews. It was getting decent reviews, and I thought might as well give it a try. And honestly, I thought this was a fun little movie, and I'm really glad that I went out and got to see it. Now, in terms of the film, a lot of the humor and everything is definitely targeted towards younger audience. There's some really cheesy humor, really cheesy lines, and it's just like, okay, I wasn't laughing, but I could see why kids would be laughing at it. The direction of Steve Carr was very bright, vibrant, everything, the visuals, and it had a very interesting, distinct visual style with such bright colors, and some of the storytelling elements of this were amazing as it cut into, since your main character draws as his way of expressing himself, and it'll cut into animated versions of storytelling with zombies and bears and all kinds of stuff. And that was some of the coolest parts of this movie, and I thought they really helped elevate this to beyond some just generic young adults kind of movie. And I thought that was really cool, and I'm really glad that they were able to utilize those animated, hand-drawn animated visual effects to bring in and use for storytelling purposes in this film. In terms of pacing, it was very fast-paced, and when it did need to get a little serious, it did take a little bit of its time for that, which was good. It didn't just try to gloss over things. In terms of the depth of this film, you're thinking, okay, this is just a goofy kid movie up against this really obnoxious, over-the-top principal character. And then it gets serious, and was not expecting that, and they dropped little hints, and I couldn't tell, and they were awkwardly dropped in, and I couldn't tell if this was actually supposed to be serious or not. And I'm like, is this kid lying about this? Is he just trying to fib? And then when it does finally reveal, and it does start getting heavier, it does it well. And you really feel for the characters at that point, and it is pretty sad dealing with some of that heavier stuff that gets part of this film. And the second half of the film handles it very well, but it was a hard transition going from just complete fun-loving, goofy movie to incorporating that depth. So it does take a little bit away from the film in that awkwardness, but once it gets going in that direction, I thought it was very well handled towards the latter half of the film. Now, in terms of the characters, some of these actors were completely wasted, to be perfectly honest. Like Lauren Graham and Retta from Parks and Rec, who I love as Donna Meagle, they're completely wasted in this movie. And honestly, I don't know why they agreed to do this movie. And in terms of the main character, Griffin Gluck, who plays the main character, not sure how I feel about him. He wasn't the standout of the film, felt a little awkward, but some of the other young performances from Alexa Nissenson and Thomas Barboska, those two really stood out in their performances as the sister and the friend Leo in the film. And they were a lot of fun. They really were able to show emotion and humor, and I thought they did a really good job. Now, honestly, the two standouts in this film were actually two of the adult characters. Andrew Daly, who played the principal in this, was such an overwritten, campy character, but he went all in on it, and it was actually really funny. And he did a fantastic performance because he just went all in. He didn't care. He just went there. And Rob Riggle showed up, did his Rob Riggle thing. He was there as the adult humor, and I thought he was pretty funny and obnoxious in terms of the film. He was really over the top, but honestly, a lot of this film was, so it kind of fit. And Adam Pally, who showed up as the teacher in it, the homeroom teacher for the main character, I thought he was a nice addition. He brought some level humor, some mature humor, and I thought he was a nice standout in this film too. In terms of putting this film together, it was fast paced, it was big, the music choices were obnoxious pop songs, obviously, and it worked for the tone of the film. They were pretty on point, on the nose, and you expect that from a movie like this. And overall, I thought this was a fun time. It might not be for all adults, but you know what? I enjoyed it, and I'm honestly probably gonna give Middle School, the worst years of my life, a B minus. I would honestly B minus, C plus. I would honestly say, hey, it's better than average. It's a fun movie. Why not go give it a try? Might not watch it in theaters. You can wait till it's on TV, or you can do a matinee price, pay like $5 for it. But give it a try. It's a fun time for an hour 35.